Okay, in this video, we are going to be discussing the third penetration according to the document given to us. This video is brought to you by U23CoLangs by the tutor Ibrahim Zugo, recorded by David, all from Computer Engineering. Okay, now let's start. First of all, we analyze our drawing. What and what do we have? As you can see, the total length here given. We now add from here to here is given as 25, and from here to here is 55. And total become 80. And from here to this center is 20, therefore 100. And from this center, the radius of this bigger cycle like this is 20. Therefore, total length is going to be 120. Here it is 120. And now we compute our total width. Total width given to us is from here to here is already given as 60. And now the total height. Total height, we know from here to here is 20, as it is here. We are seeing it here, which is 20. And from this place to here is 10. And as you can see, from here to here is 20. So 20 plus 20, making 40. And, or from here to here is 20. Then we take it from here, this center to here is 30. And the radius of this is 20. 20 plus 30 is 50 plus 20, which is 70. So our total height is 70. Now, in sectioning, we are just to draw like the orthographic view of our drawing, but only sectioned. So now, let's draw the orthographic. We first have our x and y plane. Here we divide our paper into half from the vertical and from the horizontal. So now let's measure 20 millimeter downward and also 20 millimeter upward. So here is our 20 millimeter and then 20 millimeter upward. The next thing to do is to cut a line. I'm going to make my line a little bit darker so that it will be seen clearly, but all those should be construction line. Okay, and as it is written here, we are to do it in third angle projection. So this is third angle projection. Our side view is going to be both front view and side view are going to be below, while the top view will be at the top. And as we observe, unlike what we did with MK, we used to take our front and side view in this plane, and then we make our side view in this plane. Whereas in this case, mechanical is to make their front and top view in this plane and the side view in this plane. So we are going to follow their own method. Okay. Now, let's get our total height. Our total height, we take it from here. We now measure from here. Now measure my total length from here. I'm going to take 20 millimeter also from here. So from here, I will now take my total length. Okay, I'm going to measure the total length from here. Total length is 120, so I will now measure 120 from here, which is 12 centimeter, without measuring any distance. So now, with this, I will make a straight line going upward because the top view and the front view share common length. Okay, here it is. So now, the next thing to do is to start the rework. So to make our work faster, I'll be running the measurements simultaneously. As you can see, from here to here is 25. I'll measure 25 and make a sign. And from here to here is 80. And then from here to here is 20. So I will do all simultaneously. So here, total length will be 100. So if I measure from here to here, I'll measure 25 first. This is 25. And then I will measure 80 millimeter. This is it. And then I will measure 100 millimeter. Here it is. Okay. Now, the next thing to do is to cut through. Here you get your center line here. Okay. And then project this upward also. Then project this upward. Okay. Now, we now get our total height. Total height we have is 70. Now we now measure 70. That is from here to here, we are going to measure 70. This is our 70. Let's now cut it. So now, from this point 70, my height here is 20. So I'll measure 20. I measure 20 millimeter. And if you can see here, we have 15 millimeter for this inner line here. There is something inner, as you can see from here. So here, from here to here is 15 for the inner one, and from here to here is 20 for the outer one. So I'll measure them all simultaneously, and from here to here it's given as 10. As you can see it here, this 10. I'm going to measure it also all together. And from here to here is also 10, because from here to here is 20 and here to here is 10. Therefore 20 minus 10 is 10. So I'm going to measure from here to here 15, 20, 10, and then 10. Now I will measure all together. Now, from here to here, I've measured my 20, then this is my 15, then this is another 10, and this is another 10. Okay, so now I'll just make a line, construction line, passing through all of them. Now, construction line, another one. Okay, now the next thing to do is as you can see, we can start backing, or let's get our cycle here, this cycle. From here to the center line, it's given as 30. So we can measure from the point 20 from here, we can measure 30 upward. Or we can measure from up here to here 20, and then start the cycle, then join it. So now let's measure as it's given. From here to upward is 30 as given, that's from point 20. So now, here it is. Now, here will be my center line. If I cut through this, like this, here to here is 20, here to here is going to be 20. Then I will now use my compass. Use my compass from here, and then strike a cycle. Okay? So now I'll make a cycle. This also, let's make it construction line also. When we are done, then we'll now start darkening it. So now, the next thing is to start darkening your drawing, to start bringing the outlines. So, since it is being section, so from here to here, we can see if it's pure orthographic, I'm going to make this a hidden line. So, since it is being section, this line will not be available because this thing here just stop, so we don't need it. So now I'm going to darken my line 20. So here it is. I will darken it up to the length of 100. So here it is. This is my line 20. Then as you can see, it goes a little bit upward, touching the cycle. Now darken it like this. Okay, here it is. Now, the next thing is to, from this point 10, from here to here is 10, then there is a line from this place, from here, as you can see, from here to here is given as 20. So I'm going to measure from this point to here, 20, and then darken it. Or for simplicity, I will just, let's darken the total height. As you can see, from here to here, if you're looking at it from the front view, you see that from here to here, you're going to see a straight line that goes vertical from here. So now let's darken here from, which is 40, from here to here. Let me darken this space here. Okay, here it is. And then let me darken here also, this place here. Okay, and the okay, now let me make the cycle darker. And as you can see, this line here, it goes from this upside here, it goes touching the cycle. So this is the line that goes upward touching the cycle. So let's make it dark touching the cycle. Now let's first draw our cycle. Darken it. Okay, let me use a more sharper pencil to darken it. Okay. Just like my sister giving error. Okay, this is it. Now I'm going to project my line upward, touching the cycle. Okay, here it is. Now let's move to the top view because there is a length from here to here, a certain length. So, and it's not given, but from the projection, the cycle at the top, we can get it. Now, or I can start to measure from here to here 50 and then cut it and to get my line in the top. So now, let's just move to the top view. And from the top view, we know the width given to us is 60. So now I'm going to measure the height of 60 for the width. So now from here to here, I'm going to measure 60. Yeah, there it is, 60. So this is the total width, and it's what we can see from our top view. Okay. No. It did not pass through the point I measured. Okay. This is going to be our total width. Okay. So there it is. Now, the next thing to do is to divide this line here into two. So I'm going to measure 30 from one side, which is the half of 60, and then cut a line to pass through it. This is our point 30. Then from here, I'm going to cut a line that will pass through it like this. So it's not up to 30. Yeah, it is on point 30. So now I've divided this line into two. Now, the next thing to do is to use my, from here, as you can see, this length as the width from here to here is given as 35. So I'll measure 17.5 downward, 17.5 upward to get my 35. That's from the top view. I think from the top view. So now from here, I'm going to measure 17.5 upward and 17.5 downward. 15, 16, 17, 9.5. There it is. And then I'm going to measure same 17.5 downward, which is 17.5 downward. Okay, I'm going to make a line that will pass to it. All those lines are construction lines. I'm making them to look a little bit darker so that they can be seen clearly. Okay, now the next thing is to use our compass. As we've already measured, from here to here is 25, which we've measured from here to here, 25. So this is it. And the radius of this big arc is 25. From here to here is 25. So I'll now measure 25. You can measure 25 from the compass, or just put it here at center. Just mark point 25 here. This is it. Since they are the same length, if they are different lengths, then you may have to measure on that radius. Let's say that they give you a radius of, let's say, no, the radius is already given there and the measurement is there. So we'll now make an arc here, a big arc touching these 2 points. This should be a dark line, dark, and then you come to this side and still make the same thing, a big arc. Okay, this also should be very dark, so you can use 2B pencil to make it. Okay, now the next thing to do is from the top view, you can see that this line here is darkened, And also, this line here is darkened from here to point 100 here is dark. And then from here inward, as you can from the top view, this side is good. You are going to see as a straight line, one straight line like this. So you're now going to darken this and then darken this 100 and also in the top. So now, this is our point 100, right? So I'm going to darken this. Okay, and then I will darken this also. Okay, then I will darken this also. And I will darken this also. Okay, now after darkening this, let's join these 2 points. And as you can see from here to your from the top view, you are going to see a straight line passing through. You won't see those lines going up and down because you are seeing from the top. Also here, you are going to see a straight line like this. So let's join these 2 points. Okay. Now I'll join this also. I'm going to join this. As you can see from the top, here to here is connected, here to here is connected. And from your view, you are going to just see a line passing through. Because you won't see this spacing. So I'm going to draw a line like this. Okay. Now from the front view again, as you can see, we measure from here to here 20, and then here 10, and then 10. So I'm going to project these lines downward. Okay, let me do this cycle. There's a cycle, there's a hole here at the middle. The hole is having a diameter of 20. So therefore, the radius is going to be 10. And we're now going to measure 10 in our ruler. We're going to measure 10. So this is 10 millimeter, which is equivalent to 1 centimeter. Yes, it's 10 millimeter. Now from here, at the center, let's make a cycle. All those lines should be very dark. I don't have a very good compass. Let me use this. Okay, this line, circular line, should be darker also. So now, the next thing now projects all those points downward. So I'm going to project here downward, this line. I'll make it also darker so that it can be seen. It should be projection line or construction line. So this one also, I'm going to project this line downward. Okay. Here it is. And now I'm going to project this line also downward. Here it is. Okay. Now, the next thing to do is to come to my front view. As you can see, from here to here is 50. Then from here to here is 50, right? Now I measure, and now I don't know the length of here. So I measure 20 from here, and then from my front view, I'm going to be seeing a straight line, just a dark straight line. I'm not going to be seeing this curve. I'm going to be, since it's mid-section, I'm going to be seeing this cut part like this here as a straight line. So this is it. So I'm going to make this one also darker. This is going to start from here. So as here is going to be dark. Now I'll make this place dark. It's going to be dark. And then I'll take you a bit upward by 10 millimeter like this. So I'm going to make this one also a dark line. Now the next thing is here. when it's being sectioned, I'm going to see a straight line. So let me make here dark also. So this line should not reach up to this point. There's a mistake. So now I'm going to darken this place here. Okay. Here it is. This place is darkened. Now I can now measure my 20 from here to here. I'll measure 20 to have this slanted line, and now I'll now project it upward. So from here to here, I will measure 20. And I'll make my line inclined, touching this tangentially like this. So I'm going to draw a bold line, turn it tangentially like this. Okay. So here it is. And now I will now project this point upward, because from the top view I can see this, but at a straight line. I'm not going to see the slanting. So now I'll project this upward. And then this line is having a width of 10 millimeter. So I'll measure 5 from both sides, 5 upward and 5 downward. So here I can measure 5 here. I make 5 here, and then measure 5 here. So here it is. Now I will make those two places bold. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to project it up. So let's take here, project it from this point here. This is the projection line. It's looking a little bit dark. As you can see, I see for the sake of tutorial, that's why I'm making it to be a little bit darker. So now let me darken this point will be darkened like this, and then here also will be darkened. Then now I connect it to this. Okay, this is my top view, and from the top view you can see there is a line. Let me get done with the top view and now come to the front view and finish it up. So now from the top view, inside there is this line like this, having what a width of 50 millimeter. So now here the total width here is 60. So if I remove 60 minus 50, I'm going to have 5. So I can measure 5 from here, 5 from here also. So now, and from the inner one, let me take it step by step. So now I'm going to measure 5 millimeter from here. I measure 5 millimeter from here, this is it. And then from the top, I will still measure 5 millimeter. So here it is, from this point 60, I measure 5 millimeter. So now, this is for this line inside, because we are going to be seeing it as what? As a hidden line. So it's going to be seen as a hidden line. So from here, the under here is what? 30 millimeter diameter. So I'm going to subtract 60 minus 30. I have 15 by 2, making 60 minus 30. I have 30. 30 by 2. I have 15. So therefore, I'm going to measure from this point. I will measure 15 millimeter upward here, and then from here I'm going to measure 15 millimeter also. 15 millimeter. This is my 15 millimeter. Then with this, I will make a hidden line. So I'm going to make a construction line that passes through, because I'm going to be drawing my side view. So not to set myself, let me make a construction line. And then I will make this part. Let me make this one also a construction line. So this is a construction line. I projected it. And then this one also, I'm going to make a construction line. So that's it. And then this one also, I'm going to make a construction line. So here it is. Now with this, since here is going to be hidden line, so let me use 2B pencil to darken it. So here is going to be a construction line. Okay, and this one also I'm going to make it a hidden line. Next, I'm going to make this also to be a hidden line. Okay, this one also, I'm going to make it a hidden line. Okay, here it is. Now, the next thing from the top view, as you can see from here, there is a hole here that passes inside from the front view camera. So I'm going to make this hole and project upward to the top. At the top, I'm going to see what's a hidden line. So now let's make this cycle. This hole is 20 millimeter diameter. So I'm going to make here to here is 10 already. So I'm going to use this measurement here and then make my cycle here. Let me use this compass. This compass is a little bit faulty. Okay. Also, it's having issue. Let's just manage this one. Okay, now is to project this line. Okay, now let's project this cycle upward. I'm going to take it upward. And then project this upward. So now, from the top view, we cannot see the hole inside, but it's there. Therefore, I want to now draw a hidden line passing through here. So I want to make a hidden line. This is it. And then a hidden line here also. Okay, this is it. Now, we are done with our top view. Let's now come back to the front view and see what is remaining. So, for the front view, we will now project this line, this cycle at the top, this hole. This hole you can see from the top, but we can't see it from the front view, and it's there. So we now project it downward. And if you observe, you see that the hole just passed through this point here. From here, which the hole has total height of 20 millimeter. Therefore, I'm going to project, I've already projected it, I'm going to darken it here. Why am I going to darken it? I'm not going to use a position line, hidden line, because it's already been sectioned. I want this section here and here is going to be seen as a straight line. I'm going to see it because this part is already removed. So I'm going to make a straight line here. From here to this point, that is point 20. From here to point 20, touches this point 20. I make this a dark line. Okay, now I'll darken this also. Make this a dark line. Okay, here it is. Now we are going to move to our side view. To do the side view, we are going to take from this point here, we take it at 45 degrees. That is our meter line. So from here, I'm going to measure 45 degrees. This set square is 45, So if I set it like this, I'm having a 45 degrees automatically. You can use your protractor to do it, but this is way more easier to do. Easier and faster. So I'll take it here like this. That is it. So you cannot take your meter line from this side. You have to take it from this rectangle side. That is the total height and the length. So now I've projected everything. All my lines here are already being projected. So I don't need to now re-project it again. So that's why in all the lines I used to take it downward. I used to project it by the side. So now I will take all my lines downward to have my side view. So all those lines are also going to be projection line or construction line. But I'm going to make them a little bit darker also to be seen for the sake of tutorial. But in your own drawing, you should try to make it as very light as possible. If possible, they should not be seen except by you and the lecturer marking. Okay? So now, move this downward, and then this line, I'm going to be taking them downward. Okay. This this point also downward. I'm taking this point also downward, and then okay, here are all my lines. So now let's explain the side view. From the side view, as we can see this height here, right? And all those things, and all those gaps here, you can see it. So now there is a certain length that goes here, width here that goes inward, which is 15 as we calculated earlier, and here is 5. So we don't even need to calculate anything. We're just going towards join our lines. This construction line here, which is the line of 15 here, I'll now join them together. Now, so from the under now, I'm going to make this dark. From here to here, it's going to be dark. And then also for this one, also I'm going to darken it. That is it. And now, I'm going to take it upward. They have what? The side view share similar heights with the front view. So now I'm going to make this also dark. I'm going to darken this to 0.20. There it is. I'm going to darken this one to 0.20. Alright. Okay. Now, this thing goes inward, a little bit inward at 20, touching this 35mm width. So now take this is a projection line from here. This is it. So take it inward, touching this line here. So now take it inward. So here it is, and then you darken this also. Here it is. So the rest goes upward. But because as you see here, it goes upward from 0.5. Here also from the side view, you're not going to see under here. It goes what? Upward. I'm going to just darken it to go going upward. So now I'll darken this all, going straight upward. So here it is, and then okay, and here with what's connected, I'm going to just see straight horizontal line. Okay, that is it. Now from the side also, I can be able to see this slanted line that goes inward, and this line here, and also this line here that goes. I can be able to see them. So this from here to this point, because here to here that's our point 5. You can just check it here. Here is it. 5 comes downwards. I'm going to take from here to here, join the 2 points together. Now, okay. Here it is. And then so on this way. So now the next thing is, as you can see, from here to here we have a height of 10, and we don't even need to measure that also. This is the height here. So now I'm going to, we've already drawn our line here, this is it. But it cuts across the horizontal. So now let's make it dark here. You can see the dark line here. So I'm going to make it dark, here it is. And then now, the next one is this line here, this slanted line. You can see from the side view, I'm going to see it as straight line. So and it goes upward, touching the side. I'm going to make a straight line. It touches the circle tangentially, so we don't know the actual point. So I'm going to make a straight line here going upward. So like this. So here it is. Also make this one also straight, going upward. Like this. Here it is. Now, the next thing is from this line also, some of the line is being blocked by this 10mm height, right? So the 10mm height, I'm going to make it as what? As a hidden line from the side view. it's going to be as a hidden line in the side view. So I'll make it here. It's going to be hidden line. So here it is hidden line. Then this one also a hidden line. So that is it. And from the side view also I can see this my cycle. This cycle here. This one I can see it. So I haven't projected the cycle. Let me project the cycle like this. This is the projection, and then the other parts. That side here. Okay. And I'll take it downward for the circular parts. This is it. Alright. So now the cycle penetrates from here downward. So I'm going to make a hidden line for the cycle. So here it is for the cycle. Okay. Okay, here it is. So this is the side view. Now the next we move to sectioning. Now to section this, we are going to make it. Okay. Now we move to our final stage. That is the sectioning. We have to only section it across AE from this point like this here. So now, as you can see, if you section it, you can see this space between section or here. Let me just section where it's necessary. So we do section at 30 degrees. The distance between the two parallel lines should be parallel. So if you make it like this, they're going to be parallel. The distance should be between 2 to 2.5 millimeter. So like this, you can just estimate it. You don't need to even measure. You just make an estimate. This one is a little bit too small. So at the end, this is how your drawing is going to be. As we see, the sectional view of the front view is shown, and the top view is also shown, and the side view is also shown. So here it is, the end. And now, one thing is, what if we, in the case of exam, as you see from here is also section, the side view section. They may decide to ask us to section the side view and the front view. That is it. Or they may say we should section the top view to know how to cut it. So just apply the same method. Just note that we don't section a hole. Like this hole here, we do not section it. Just leave it because it's a hole. And this hole also is not being sectioned. We just make a straight line. And during sectioning, a hidden line will turn towards a pure seen line, normal line that can be seen. Okay? So now, for the question given given to us in the material, this is the view, or this is the end of it. So let's say we are asked to section across the side view. What you are going to do is, I'm going to make this line to be dark. So I'm going to do it here, just for the sake of our tutorial, to just make it. So let's section the side view also. So now I'm going to make here dark. This is only what you are going to do. Make this place dark. That is the hidden line. It's going to be what? Darken. Going to be darkened like this, and then here is going to also be darkened. That is for the side view. If you are asked to section the side view, if you're not asked to section it, you are going to be asked for hidden line. So that is it. And after sectioning this part here, you see that the other side here, since it's not sectioned, I don't mean we have to section here. You're going to see here as normal view, and then here you are going to remove this place and view where it's section. But here is what you are asked to section. Here, that's at the end. Now, as you can see, the cycle is being sectioned, and I'll make it into a dark line and move a hidden line. This is not being sectioned, so it still remains at its hidden line because we are not going to see it. Even after sectioning the front part here, I'm not going to see this side. So now, what am I going to do? The section I'm going to only bring out the sectional view of here, excluding the top. So now, let me just make it like this. So now, this is the sectional side view of this drawing. So, as I said, you may be asked to section the side or the top, depending. So now the sectional side view, we are sectioning this part only. That's why I section only this part. Had it been we are asked to section from here like this, section here like this, We are going to section this part here, which is this here to here, and then section this side also. This we are going to section it. So here is going to become a bold line. Is it? I hope it's clear now. Okay. I wish us all success in our exams. Please do well to subscribe to the YouTube channel to support it. Thank you.